Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into the world of the 6 most valuable, ultra-rare coins ever discovered. These are not just pieces of metal, they are hidden treasures capable of changing fortunes. Stay with me as we uncover their mystery, unheard value, and the incredible stories behind them. Don't forget, and let's begin this exciting journey into the world of rare coins. First up, in the world of American coinage. Few designs stir the spirit of patriotism like the 1776 1976 bicentennial Washington quarter. Struck to honor 200 years of American independence, this coin carries history on its face and national pride in its heartbeat. The Denver minted version, marked with the bold letter D, stands as a reminder of a special moment in the United States when the entire nation celebrated its past, its roots, and its promise. Every one of these coins tells a story not of ordinary currency, but of a country remembering who it is. Many collectors today search for the bicentennial quarter with a sense of adventure and curiosity, because while millions were struck, only a tiny fraction have survived in exceptional condition. Most circulated heavily in pockets, wallets, and dusty drawers, but those few that remained untouched, crisp edges, razor-sharp details, and shimmering luster, are the versions that still capture collectors' imaginations. A Denver minted example preserved in flawless condition becomes more than metal. It becomes a time capsule of America's grand celebration. The value of this coin does not come from myths of overnight fortunes, but from the magic of nostalgia, history, and its emotional weight. The drummer boy on the reverse is not just an artistic design. It represents the youthful determination that built a nation. When you hold this quarter, you hold a symbol, a reminder that even the smallest object can carry the spirit of an entire era. That is why collectors treasure it, display it, and protect it with pride. For collectors who demand perfection, the highest grade bicentennial quarters, those graded at the very top by professional services, can command strong prices. These coins shine with an almost mirror-like brilliance, as if the Denver Mint preserved a piece of 1976 in frozen time. Their surfaces are untouched by human hands, their details sharp enough to cut through the decades. It is these rare, certified gems that rise above the ordinary and attract premium admiration in the market. Some examples of the Denver minted bicentennial quarter were struck as special collector coins in 40% silver. These versions carry a different weight, a richer ring, and a more refined glow. When collectors speak about finding treasure, this is the type of piece they imagine, a coin with both beauty and substance, a coin whose silver content adds depth to its historical value. Although not a million-dollar artifact, a pristine silver bicentennial quarter can still command respect, attention, and solid market value for someone who knows what they have. The real power of a bicentennial quarter is not hidden in secret wealth, but in the personal story it creates. Many collectors first discover coin collecting through this exact coin, a moment when curiosity turns into passion. It is a gateway coin, one that inspires people to learn more, search deeper, and uncover treasures from every era of American history. In this way, the 1776 1976 quarter can transform someone's world, not through money, but through the joy of discovery. If you happen to own a Denver minted bicentennial quarter in exceptional condition, treat it with care. Place it in a protective holder, avoid touching the surfaces, and consider having it graded if the details look razor sharp. Even if it doesn't turn you into a billionaire, it may still reward you with value, admiration, and a sense of pride. Collectors are always searching for pristine examples, and the better your coin's condition, the more desirable it becomes. In the end, the 1776 1976 D Washington quarter stands as a symbol of history, unity, and craftsmanship. It may not carry the unimaginable wealth of legendary rarities, but it carries something equally meaningful: the heartbeat of America's bicentennial celebration. Owning this coin means holding a piece of a nation's memory, a moment in time when the country celebrated its journey from revolution to modern power. And sometimes, The true value of a coin is not measured in dollars, but in the story it tells and the pride it gives to the person who. Just tell me. Here are 3 more powerful, engaging, emotionally rich paragraphs to extend your script while keeping the tone dramatic and gripping, written fully in my own words. What truly elevates the bicentennial quarter is the emotional connection people feel when they encounter it unexpectedly. Many individuals describe finding one in change as a small spark of wonder, as if the past briefly reached out and touched the present. That instant moment of recognition, seeing the drummer boy again after years, can awaken childhood memories, old collections, or long-forgotten dreams. A Denver-minted example, especially one preserved in shining condition, becomes more than a collectible. It becomes a symbol of continuity across generations. A grandfather, a father, and a child can all hold the same coin and feel the same spark. Collectors often say that every great collection begins with something humble. The 1776 1976D quarter carries that truth with pride. From flea markets to coin shows, from cardboard holders to premium display cases, this coin has guided countless collectors toward the deeper world of numismatics. It teaches patience, observation, and appreciation. It shows beginners how to evaluate luster, strike, edges, and surfaces. And in that journey, the value of the coin multiplies, not because its price skyrockets, but because its meaning deepens. It becomes a silent mentor for those learning the art of collecting. When you place the bicentennial quarter beside other coins from your collection, its presence stands out. Its dual date, its unique drummer boy design, and its historical purpose give it a voice louder than its size. The coin reminds you that history is not locked in dusty books. It can sit in your palm, glimmer in your light, and tell its story without a single word. That is why owning a Denver-minted bicentennial quarter is an honor. It connects you directly to a moment when an entire nation celebrated its identity, and it allows you to carry that celebration into the future. Second in the vast universe of American coins, the 1960D Washington quarter holds a place of quiet strength and undeniable heritage. Minted in Denver during a decade of ambition, patriotism, and change, this coin represents the final era of 90% silver quarters before America shifted toward modern alloys. It captures a moment when craftsmanship mattered, when every strike of the press echoed with intention. To collectors today, the 1960D is a reminder of purity, legacy, and the final heartbeat of silver circulating through everyday hands. Many collectors chase this quarter not because it promises instant fortune, but because it carries history embedded within its shimmering silver body. Most 1960D quarters endure decades of circulation, rubbing away their shine through countless pockets, drawers, and dusty jars. But the rare survivors, the coins preserved in near-perfect condition, glowing with untouched luster, are the pieces that spark excitement. These high-grade examples are like frozen time capsules, holding 1960s brilliance intact. The magic of this coin lies not only in the silver within it, but in the era it represents. America in 1960 was standing at the edge of transformation, a country stepping boldly toward the future while holding tightly onto its traditional symbols. Washington's portrait, strong and steady, symbolizes leadership and resilience, while the eagle on the reverse reflects a nation expanding its wings. The 1960D quarter embodies that balance between tradition and dream, past and possibility. Some collectors dream of finding the rare high-grade gem that rises far above ordinary examples. Coins with flawless fields, razor-sharp strikes, and blazing mint luster can command impressive premium value in the collector's market. These pristine survivors aren't just coins, they are works of art. When a 1960D quarter appears in such condition, it commands attention, admiration, and respect. It becomes a star of any collection. Additionally, unusual errors from the 1960D mint, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or clipped planchets, can transform an ordinary quarter into a collector's treasure. These mint mistakes are extremely scarce, but when they surface, they carry an exciting aura of rarity. An era coin is a story coin, a piece that escaped the perfect precision of the mint and emerged with its own identity. And for collectors, identity is everything. But what truly gives the 1960D quarter its emotional power is the way it connects generations. A grandfather may have saved one from his youth, a father may have discovered one in old change, and a child may hold it for the first time today, all feeling the same spark of curiosity. It is more than silver. It is memory, tradition, and legacy passed from hand to hand, decade after decade. If you own a 1960D Washington quarter, it deserves respect. Protect it from scratches, store it safely, and examine its surfaces carefully. The sharper the details, the brighter the luster, the closer your coin is to premium value. While it may not make you a billionaire overnight, it can still hold meaningful worth, both emotionally and financially, especially if it is an error, high-grade, or untouched example. In the end, the 1960D Washington quarter isn't a coin of exaggerated fantasy. It is a coin of genuine beauty, purity, and heritage. It is silver crafted in an age of bold American identity, a small artifact carrying immense historical weight. Owning this piece means holding a fragment of America's past. And sometimes, the true power of a coin isn't in its price tag, but in the story it whispers each time it touches your palm. For many collectors, encountering a 1960D quarter becomes the beginning of a deeper journey. It's the moment when curiosity transforms into passion, when a simple silver coin sparks a desire to learn, explore, and uncover hidden stories from America's past. This quarter has guided countless enthusiasts into the world of numismatics, teaching them how to appreciate detail, craftsmanship, and the subtle differences that separate a common coin from a collectible gem. It is often the first teacher a new collector meets, and its lessons stay with them forever. When you place a glowing 1960D beside modern coins, the difference is immediate and unmistakable. Modern alloys lack the soulful ring, the weight, and the shining depth of old silver. But the 1960D quarter radiates with a beauty that only real silver can produce, a cold, brilliant gleam that catches the eye and stirs the imagination. This is why collectors value it no matter its market price, because it offers a sensory experience, an emotional connection, and a tangible reminder of an era when coins were more than currency, they were art. And so, when a collector holds a pristine 1960D Washington quarter, they are not holding loose change, they are holding history. They are holding 60-plus years of American life, preserved in metal and protected by time. They are holding the echoes of the Denver Mint, the craftsmanship of a bygone era, the weight of silver that once powered an entire economy. This is what gives the coin its true power. Not myths of overnight wealth, but the deep, enduring significance of owning a piece of America's story, a story that continues every time someone discovers this extraordinary coin. Third in the restless ocean of modern American coinage, the 1981D Washington quarter rises as a survivor of a turning point in history. Minted in Denver at the dawn of a new decade, this coin captures the energy, ambition, and raw determination of 1980s America. Though not made of silver, it carries the spirit of resilience, a symbol of a nation stepping boldly into a technological and economic storm. Collectors are drawn to this coin not because it promises fantasy wealth, but because it carries the heartbeat of an era defined by power, progress, and transformation. The majority of 1981D quarters spent their lives in circulation, slipping through thousands of hands, clinking across decades of commerce. But the rare survivors, those preserved in pristine, untouched, near-flawless condition, glow with a brilliance that demands attention. Their mirrors are clear, their edges sharp, their strike deep and bold. These high-grade examples are the true gems of the series, standing far above the worn everyday pieces that hide in drawers, pockets, and piggy banks. What elevates the 1981D quarter beyond ordinary currency is the raw historical presence it carries. Washington's portrait is firm, almost defiant, reflecting the strength of a leader whose image has guided generations. The bold eagle on the reverse spreads its wings with authority, symbolizing a nation ready to take flight. In your hand, the 1981 D quarter feels like an artifact of American endurance, an emblem of a decade defined by ambition, innovation, and unwavering national pride. Collectors who specialize in modern quarters know that rarity does not always lie in age but in condition. The 1981 D Washington quarter proves this truth. Coins preserved in the highest possible grades, brilliant, uncirculated, flawless, can draw surprising levels of interest. Their perfect surfaces shimmer with a metallic heartbeat, reflecting craftsmanship most people never notice. These elite examples become centerpieces of modern collections, pieces that command respect simply because they defied the wear of time. Mint errors from 1981 D add a layer of excitement and possibility. Off-center strikes, double dies, broad strikes, or coins struck on the wrong planchet can transform an ordinary quarter into a rare talking point. These mistakes are the accidents of history. Collectors love pieces that slipped past mint perfection and became uniquely their own. While rare, these error coins bring mystery, intrigue, and a burst of adrenaline to anyone lucky enough to discover one. But the real power of the 1981 D quarter lies not in exaggerated fantasies, but in the story it carries. For many people, this coin marks the beginning of their collecting journey, a simple discovery that ignited a lifelong passion. It becomes a link between generations, a memory of childhood, a spark of curiosity, or a moment of wonder. In this way, its value outlives its metal. It becomes a personal treasure, a reminder that even ordinary coins can carry extraordinary meaning. If you own a 1981 D Washington quarter in exceptional condition, treat it with care. Place it in a protective holder, avoid touching the surfaces, and examine it closely for sharp details, strong luster, or unusual traits. While it won't turn you into a billionaire, it may still hold collector value, emotionally, historically, and financially, especially if it is a rare error or an exceptionally preserved piece. In the grand story of American coinage, the 1981 D Washington quarter stands as a symbol of resilience, ambition, and era-defining identity. It may not carry the mythical wealth of legendary rarities, but it carries something far more grounded, the legacy of a powerful decade, preserved in metal. Owning this coin means holding a piece of America's journey, a moment in time when the nation pushed forward with strength and confidence. And sometimes, the real treasure isn't measured in dollars at all, but in the history resting quietly in the palm of your hand. Each time a collector discovers a well-preserved 1981 D Washington quarter, it feels like uncovering a forgotten chapter of American life. This coin carries the energy of a decade driven by bold dreams, loud ambition, and relentless forward motion. The 1980s were a time when the nation reinvented itself, and this quarter is a metallic echo of that transformation. Holding it is like holding a piece of the era's adrenaline, the sound of progress, the spark of innovation, the pulse of a country sprinting into the future. The true beauty of the 1981 D quarter is that it doesn't need silver or rarity to command attention. Its value comes from the story it tells. It speaks of the Denver Mint's precision, of millions of coins produced under relentless efficiency, and of the very few that survived without a single scratch. When a collector sees a flawless example with its original shine untouched by time, that moment feels electrifying. It is a reminder that perfection can emerge unexpectedly from the most ordinary of places. A roll of coins, a forgotten drawer, or even loose change. And perhaps the greatest treasure this coin offers is the sense of connection it creates. A collector today can hold the same design that millions held decades ago: students, workers, soldiers, travelers, dreamers. All of them left their hopes, struggles, and everyday stories woven into the fabric of this quarter's journey. When you hold a pristine 1981 D, you aren't just holding money. You're holding the echoes of countless lives and the spirit of an era that refused to be forgotten. Fourth in the vast landscape of American coinage, the 1984 P. Washington quarter stands as an unassuming giant, a coin born in Philadelphia during a time when the nation pulsed with ambition, growth, and unstoppable energy. Though made for everyday circulation, this quarter carries a weight far deeper than its metal. It represents a moment in the 1980s when America was rewriting its identity, stronger economy, rising innovation, and a renewed confidence in the future. This coin is a metallic witness to that era, sealed forever in its sharp strikes and preserved surfaces. Most 1984 P quarters lived harsh lives, slipping through thousands of hands, riding through cash registers, pockets, dusty coffee jars, and forgotten purses. The surfaces of ordinary examples are worn, faded, and silent, but the rare survivors, the high-grade, untouched pieces, shine like frozen miracles. Their mirrors glow. Their edges are crisp. Their details are sculpted with perfect precision. These flawless quarters are the ones that make collectors' hearts pound, because finding one in pristine form feels like discovering treasure no one else noticed. The real magic of the 1984 P quarter lies in the story engraved into its design. Washington's portrait, bold and unwavering, speaks of leadership and endurance. The eagle on the reverse spreads its wings wide, defiant and proud. This coin doesn't whisper history, it shouts it. It is a symbol of a country that was rebuilding strength and momentum, and holding such a piece feels like holding a shard of America's unbroken spirit. Collectors know that in the world of modern quarters, rarity isn't always about age. It's about condition, precision, and survival. The highest grade 1984 P quarters are trophies of perfection. They escaped scratches, avoided wear, and somehow navigated decades without losing their brilliance. These gems are the true stars of the series. They stand out in collections like polished diamonds among gravel, drawing attention from anyone who appreciates craftsmanship. What truly elevates the 1984 P quarter into collector legend are its rare mint errors. Off-center strikes, doubled dies, missing steps, broad strikes, or the extremely rare wrong planchet errors can transform an ordinary coin into a breathtaking find. These error coins feel alive, each one a unique birthmark left by the mint, each carrying a story of an unexpected moment when machines slipped and destiny intervened. For collectors, discovering such an example is like uncovering a secret written in metal. But beyond financial worth, this coin carries emotional weight. For many collectors, it was one of the first quarters they stumbled upon that awakened their passion. Maybe it came from daily change, maybe from an old drawer, maybe it was passed down from a parent or grandparent. Whatever the journey, the 1984 P quarter holds the power to spark curiosity, joy, and memory. It is a gateway coin, one that quietly opens the door to the entire world of numismatics. If you hold a sharp, lustrous 1984 P quarter today, treat it with the dignity it deserves. Place it in a protective holder. Examine the details carefully. Look for unusual features, strong luster, or anything that might make it stand apart. Even though it won't make you a billionaire, a flawless or rarer example can absolutely carry desirable collector value, and more importantly, it carries a slice of American history in your hand. In the grand story of American coins, the 1984 P Washington quarter is more than metal, more than money, and more than a date and mint mark. It is a symbol of resilience, progress, and the unstoppable momentum of a nation moving forward. It may not hold mythical wealth, but it holds something richer, the spirit of an era, the pride of a mint, and the quiet, powerful reminder that even the simplest coin can carry extraordinary meaning. To own one is to hold a piece of America's journey, forever preserved in your palm. Every time a collector encounters a pristine 1984 P Washington quarter, it feels like uncovering a hidden spark from the past, a small, shining reminder that history often survives in the most unexpected places. This coin may not be forged from silver, but its brilliance lies in its journey. It has traveled through years of American life, passing through countless moments, yet somehow remained untouched by time. That survival alone gives it a quiet but unmistakable aura, a presence that demands respect. Place a flawless 1984 P quarter beneath a bright light, and it comes alive. Its surfaces glimmer with a metallic fire, its edges reflect precision, and its details reveal the strength of the Philadelphia Mint's craftsmanship. Modern collectors are often stunned by how powerful and elegant this coin can look when preserved well. It doesn't need rarity to impress, its beauty speaks for itself. That is why a high-grade 1984 P quarter stands proudly in any collection, proving that even the most ordinary date can become extraordinary when it endures with perfection. And perhaps the greatest value of the 1984 P quarter is the connection it builds between generations. A child who finds one today may hold the same coin that once sat in a parent's pocket during the 1980s, a silent thread linking past and present. Coins like this carry human stories, hard work, dreams, daily life, and memories that can't be measured in dollars. When you hold a pristine example, you hold more than currency. You hold a fragment of American life, preserved in metal and passed forward through time.